Hello everyone, this is Jim Delapine, and I'd like to talk to you about logo design. So a logo gives a unique identity to any brand, and it's important to have a logo design that is eye-catching and different. Almost every brand out there has a logo. So how do you stand out in the crowd? Here are some popular samples of logos that clever designers came up with that can leave a hidden message in the logo that is in some way related to the brand or product. So they expect people to be intelligent and curious enough to understand the deeper meaning and get impressed by the creativity. Much of it is subliminal, and I will explain as I go along. So let me just advance to the first logo here. The Amazon logo, very famous, and it's an extremely simple logo. And while the arrow may just look like a smile, it actually points from A to Z. So this represents that Amazon sells everything from A to Z and the smile on the customer's face when they buy the product. Okay, FedEx. So can you spot something in this logo? The FedEx logo, which was designed in 1994 by Linden, Leader, and Lander Associates, at first appears simple and straightforward. However, if you look at the white space between the E and the X, you can see a right-facing arrow. This hidden arrow was intended to be a subliminal symbol for speed and precision of the company's deliveries. The Sun Microsystems logo is one of the most famous ambigrams in the world. So an ambigram is an art form that may be read as one or more words, not only in its form as presented, but also from another viewpoint. So you can read the brand name in every direction, both horizontally and vertically. And this logo was designed by Professor Von Pratt of Stanford University. This is the old Milwaukee Brewers logo, and it may look like a simple catcher's mitt holding a ball, but if you take a second look, you'll see the team's initials M and B. The Tracy Shoes logo is very cute, with the shoe hidden between the T and the S. In my opinion, I don't know, this is not very contemporary looking because it looks more like a spat, but that's my take on it. Toblerone. We've all seen the chocolate bars on the checkout at the counter at the supermarkets. So the Toblerone logo contains the image of a bear hidden in the Matterhorn mountain, which is where Toblerone originally came from. The Big Ten Collegiate Conference has 11 schools, but they didn't want to change their name. However, they use their logo to hide the numerical 11 in their name. This logo is not a simple green tree, but if you look at the tree crown, you'll see that it can be also interpreted as a brain. The logo lays emphasis on the strong intellectual capabilities of the company staff and also reflects green and the labs part of the name. The Museum of London logo may look like a modern logo design, but it actually represents the geographical area of London as it grew over time. Another logo that plays with representational symbols while relating heavily to the brand name is the Schizophrenic Logo. Being a medical disorder that often depicts split personalities, the logo characterizes this with simple shapes that depict a happy and sad face. The Piano Forest logo, it may look like a simple text logo with trees above it, but if you take another look, you'll see that the trees actually represent the keys on a piano. Carrefour in French means crossroads, and the logo shows two opposite arrows inside a diamond shaping the C letter with a negative space between them. The highly symbolic logo of the Rehabilitation Hospital Corporation of America logo communicates a complex message with just a simple design. The globally renowned cross symbol represents help and medical attention, and the steps reflect on the steps taken back to normal life. The old Northwest Airlines logo may look like a simple logo, but if you take a closer look at the symbol on the left, it represents both N and W, and because it is enclosed within the circle, it also represents a compass pointing northwest. Brand Union is a global leader in creative design consultancy, and the union's logo is a vivid example. So the carefully chosen and placed black and blue shapes not only make the brand name, but also enables the negative space to do the same. And this is what I want everyone to carefully look at when designing a logo. Consider negative space. So at first glance, the logo is a simple picture of a young girl doing her yoga posture, but if you take a look at it carefully, the body posture is actually creating the Australian map inside that negative space. The London Symphony Orchestra. This logo looks like a single flowing line creating three initials, L, S, and O, in the air. But the harmonious graphic of this logo marks the unbreaking rhythm of an orchestra. The 80/20 logo is a bit of a geeky one to figure out. The two lines of squares represent a binary sequence, with the blue squares representing ones and the gray squares being zeros. This makes 1010000, which represents 80, and 0010100, which represents 20 in binary code. Okay, this is a very interesting logo. This was done by Malcolm Greer and Associates, and it's a true masterpiece of simplifying complexity. It appears a simple cross shape. Hidden inside are a dove, a clerical robe, a pulpit with a Bible, flames, and a fish. So this next image will give you a better idea. The cross represented the pulpit, the dove, the fish, the cup, the fire, the book, and the Trinity. Very interesting. Okay, so this is the Reversible Lumen logo. It's simple, but very classy. AG Low Construction. In this logo, the name of the company is written in thin square letters that holds a great purpose. They are designed to look like the floor plan of a house, which happens to be the company's specialty. Ice cream. The Baskin Robbins logo may look like it's a simple BR above the name, but if you take another look, you'll notice that it includes a pink number 31. This is a reference to the original 31 flavors. Formula One. At first, this logo might not make much sense, but if you take a closer look, you'll see the number 1 in the negative space between the F and the red stripes. This logo communicates a feeling of speed. Egg and spoon. In this logo, the negative space cleverly show egg and spoon, which is the brand's name. Sony Vaio is a very well-known brand of laptops, but did you know that the name Vaio also has a hidden meaning? The first two letters represent the basic analog signal. The last two letters look like a 1 and a 0, representing the digital signal. Galeries Lafayette. So if you've ever been to one of the famous stores in Paris, Galeries Lafayette, you'll notice its logo represents Paris with its joint T to form the Eiffel Tower. The American Indian Community Center. This is an excellent example of the clever use of negative base. So you've got three graphics combined to create this logo. The hands, representing community. The eagle, represented by the two facing shapes that look like two eagles kissing. And then the heart in the center, also symbolizing community. Another great use of negative space. Images representing families and marriage. L representing in families the father figure. The I, or first I, representing the mother figure, and the smaller I representing a child figure. River rink. Nice graphics with the ice skate cuts in the word rink, and I could not resist including the weather vane for that facility. Cricket Hill, great use of negative space. And Birdie, this is one of the reasons that most logos are done in a vector format because of the scalable possibilities. You can increase something in Illustrator 2000% and not lose any image quality, as opposed to a bitmap image or Photoshop. Once you scale an image up, it starts to degrade and lose quality. I also could not resist including a lot of the James Bond text-oriented logos. Stillwater's terrific logo. What you don't see is very representative, and the mind completes what is not there. Another wonderful use of negative space. And this is a logo done for a golf course, done with a traditional looking technique, a woodcut technique, to represent the traditional aspect of the golfing community. Billy's Bar and Grill, another nice use of negative space to represent the L. Riverwalk in San Antonio, Texas. They are a film editing studio. You've got the nice silhouette of the city there, the backdrop of a film strip, and this nice swash representing the river. I could not resist including some of the ice cream logos that I found, being that it's very topical for the course. This is a book cover for a book that my wife wrote. She's a children's book author. This is her second book, and it all entails this blue fish named Sarah that you'll see there. It's a fish that can fly. So we've got a company going with this, and I'm in the midst, as a matter of fact, of creating an animation out of the illustrations that I created for the book. And this is a logo design that I created for the book, for the company rather, Kids Educational Publishing. I thought this came out quite successful. Okay, so the brand identity process, you've got a design brief, conducting a questionnaire or interview with the client to get the design brief or information, conduct research focused on the industry itself, its history, and its competitors. Reference, conduct research into logo designs that have been successful and current styles and trends that are related to the design brief. Sketching and conceptualizing, develop the logo design concepts around the brief and research. Reflection, take breaks throughout the design process. This allows your ideas to mature and lets you get renewed enthusiasm and also get feedback. Presentation, choose to present only a select few logos to the client, get feedback and repeat until completed. So by knowing what other brands have succeeded in and why they have succeeded gives you great insight, and you can apply the attained knowledge to your own work. So for example, let's look at this classic Nike Swoosh. So this logo was created by Caroline Davidson in 1971. Also effective, without color, and easily scalable. Not only is it simple, fluid, and fast, but it also has related symbolism. It represents the wing in the famous statue of the Greek goddess of victory, Nike, which is a perfect figure for a sporting apparel business. So Nike is just one of the great many logos, but think about other famous brands that you know and check out their logos. What makes them successful? Shell, Volkswagen, NBC, ABC, Chanel, the Rolling Stones. You know, light bulbs for ideas, speech bubbles for discussion, globes for international. These ideas are often the first things that pop into one's head when brainstorming, and for the same reason should be the first ideas discarded. How is your design going to be unique when so many other logos feature the same idea? Stay clear of visual cliches and come up with an original idea and design. So with this said, please do not steal or borrow other designs. This shouldn't have to be said. It does happen often. A designer sees an idea that he likes, does a quick mirror, color swap, or word change, and then calls the idea their own. So not only is it unethical, illegal, and downright stupid, but you're also going to get caught sooner or later. Do not use stock or clip art either. The point of a logo is to be unique and original.